Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little fun here today. And why are we having fun? Well, why not? I don't know, I'm bored. Welcome to the Den of the Djinn, and we're here talking about random shit today. Today was one of the few things that I was looking into to talk to you about generally. But there was a let's just put it this way, guys. I was watching the Three Stooges, and yes, folks, I love the Three Stooges. Old school comedies from back in the days are my jam. Honestly, guys, I feel like half the comedies died out because they're either A, too not mainstream, or just way too back in the day. Honestly, folks, those comedies, those TV shows were way better than half the crap now, and I have particular reasons for that. Case in point, if you watch shows like Sabrina's the Teenage Witch, it was better as a comedy. But because the fact that, you know, cinema wanted to turn it into something different, it turned it into basically a drama. Don't get me wrong, I understand what they were trying to do with it. They were trying to give it a new flavor, but they really... Hey, how's it going, Maya? Thank you for checking out my video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking about everybody that's checking out my video. Thank you very much. But anyway, have you guys ever noticed that they love doing that when it comes to TV shows or movies, where they take an original concept, like for instance, like I was saying, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, they turn it from a comedy, a kids show, to something exceedingly dark. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not that I didn't like the show in general, because I've seen a few episodes, and it wasn't a bad TV show or anything. It's just, it wasn't my thing, so I didn't really finish it. And people say, well, watch the rest of it, it gets better. Probably, but like, honestly, folks, it would take a lot for me to actually watch whatever I haven't watched, and I barely remember what I watched, so I'd have to go from the beginning. And yeah, another good example what they did was when they did the Addams Family. Yes, folks, I'm talking about the show Wednesday. No, I haven't seen the actual show Wednesday yet, for the same reasons, because it's so overblown. Don't get me wrong, it's on my list. It is on my list. It's just, for some reason, I'm a little apprehensive, is because they kind of took out the concept of the original Addams Family. They made it macabre, but they didn't give it its little whimsy. At least not the one I remember, because it was, again, a comedy. It was originally a comedy. But when they turned it into what it is now, Wednesday, basically circling around Wednesday, they never really give it the flavor it used to have. And mind you, even the movies didn't, but even at least the movies kept what the Addams Family originally were. It was basically a family that everybody misunderstood, or didn't, you know. And it was literally that feeling. Like, you watch the show and you think, you kind of chuckle, because this family is just basically living their life, not hurting anyone, but you know, there was something, I guess, as the song says, definitely a little eerie, you know? Yeah, basically. No, I would not shave my eyebrows for a cheap $1,000. I wouldn't shave my eyebrows for nobody. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna alter my facial structure just because some schnook on the and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't get those 1,000. So don't even start. That's like the worst kind of troll. And to answer your question, Maya, yes, I'm talking about that the concept where they turn original concepts into different things altogether. Don't get me wrong, sometimes they're good, but they don't always hit, you know? Hold on one second. I'll be getting my mic. And like I was saying, the reason why I love the original continuities is because it was more wholesome back then. It had then go to the hospital because that is not good. You don't need to tell us here on here. You need to go to the hospital because that is basically your internal organs turning to goo.
Next stop, April Drive and Austin Road.
Yeah, I mean, and dude, if you're gonna be on here just to say that stuff, get off the channel. I don't want it. I don't care. I don't know. None of my business. Anyway, Maya, I don't know about the original Monster High because I've never actually seen Monster High ever. It's not that I didn't feel like I should watch it. It wasn't my shit, honestly. Which is weird because I used to watch a show called Wings Club. And if you guys know what that is, it's the only reason I liked it is because growing up with puberty, your tastes tend to linger on certain things. Mine lingered into the fact that pretty girls walking around magical. I was thinking to myself, okay, pretty girls. I'm not gonna hate this because pretty girls walking around. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I felt the same way about Sailor Moon. I watched it because, pretty girls walking around, magical abilities. It wasn't that hard for me to enjoy that. Because again, I grew up watching this stuff. Hold on a second, guys. I am not taking this guy anymore because every little word he says is very inappropriate. I don't need to know about what his little issues is. I don't need to know. Go to the doctor. All I care. None of the guys don't even know about it. Just don't worry about it. Anyway, I enjoyed those movies, the shows. And like I was saying, Three Stooges. I was watching an episode, and it was actually pretty funny because the entire episode is basically them making little digs, little one-sided remarks. And I think the one that really got me was they were saying, "Oh, we caught a spy," and there's Curly trying to hold her by her hips, trying to hold her, basically, cuddle her a little bit. I mean, I can't really blame him because the girl was pretty fine. And there's Mo going, "Just hold her arm. She's a spy." And there's Curly going, "She's a spy all over, isn't she?" Yeah, I thought it was funny. Well, I think it was more funny to me when he made another reference to the fact that they were taking her out to shoot her, right? Because spy jokes, and they were making a joke, and he grabs he gets into his pocket and basically rattles some dice, and he goes, "What are you gonna do with that?" "I'm gonna shoot her." It's like, how are you gonna shoot her? They're loaded. Yeah. Again, the entire episode is just basically jokes like that. And personally, I found that hilarious. But anyway, shows like that, it's hard to see them anymore because the concept of humor and it's good has, I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. The concept of good and bad has skewed dramatically. I mean, TV shows don't hit the way they used to. They either the dramas were just predictable. The comedies are just not as funny as they used to be, or they have to be insulting. I mean, it's look. I'm not to prove that it doesn't get insulted. Trust me, I get people on my channel every day. Or every time I get on my channel, I get a couple of trolls thinking that they're funny. They think, well, it's cool that I can have fun with this guy, so he's not gonna do anything about it. I cast fetish every time someone shoots while making fun. Yes, no, I'm on your side. The fact that okay, the original Teen Titans was amazing. I loved it, and it had exactly everything I needed. It had humor. It was anime. It had anime features to it, and it was funny because it kept being serious where it needed to be serious, and it was just that good. And then they did the whole, Teen Titans Go and sexualization of Raven. That one kind of hit different for everybody because, first of all, Raven, you got to remember, and mind you, it's not all that different than them sexualizing Starfire, because if you really look into the comics, they actually designed her really, really modestly. If you've ever seen the original comics, she is literally walking around in nothing but a jumpsuit. And I'm not talking about, she is literally walking around in one of those skimpiest outfits you've ever seen in your life. There's even ones where she is literally just in a tiny skirt, just barely hiding her ass, and another, strip, just, basically being modest. Just on this side of modest. And as far as Raven goes, the original story was, here's the thing, Teen Titans, I felt like they did exactly what they were supposed to, because if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, I've seen depictions of a lot of them. If you look into it, you can see some of the original. I haven't read them specifically, but I've seen depictions of the original concept arts, and a lot of them. Yeah, trust me, guys. The Teen Titans, the original TV show, they made the characters very modest. And honestly, the way they depicted Raven, which honestly, she was a 15-year-old girl, and by the time they did the other series, like with Nightwing, Nightwing was already 20 by the time he was Nightwing. So yeah, and then they met Raven, and Raven was only a 15-year-old girl. Technically, Raven was always a 15-year-old girl. So they made it very accurate in the Teen Titans, the original series. Hey, Brad, thank you very much for checking out my video. Sincerely appreciate it. Check out my video. Do me a favor and like and all that, because I'm trying to get some subscribers out there. I'm very close to my goal of 1,700, so I can finally get my goal out there and do some merch for you guys. Because I'm gonna try to get some merch for you guys on my channel, so you can walk around going, dude, I'm a subscriber to this guy and he's pretty funny. You don't have, mind you, you don't have to. Spawn, I love Spawn. It's a good story. One of my favorite stories. And mind you, A lot of people assume it's DC. It isn't DC. It isn't even Marvel. It's like there's an in-between comic book franchise that basically deals with both. It's called a Black Horse. I know exactly. That's what I'm doing. I want to do merch, but I could only do that if I feel like I'm getting enough. And so I'm going to try to get to like 1,700 by the end of the year. So I'm close. I'm very close. Because if I don't get that, you know, I don't feel like I'm getting to that point where people want to see more of me, you know? Plus, I'm trying to get the concept art for a logo. Honestly, guys, it is going to be a while before you get to see some merch. Because again, I'm trying to get some art ideas for my channel, so I can actually put it. The little guys that you see on my channel, I got it from AI. So if I do do another one, it's going to be difficult because I have no idea what the concept art is going to be. And I blame you. I blame you, Zara. I blame you! Anyway, so, like I was saying, Maya, the Teen Titans was exactly that show was exactly where they should have been. If you guys remember, there's an episode of Starfire that goes into the future and meets Nightwing, and Nightwing is like a little older. His hair's like longer, like twice as long as mine, if not more. There's a reason for that, guys. It's because by the time, so I'd say about 5 or 6 years from that timeline of Teen Titans, Robin stops being Robin and starts to be Nightwing. So literally, that is his future, because Nightwing becomes the protector of what's called the city they're in, which is, by the way, I later found out that it's a place called New Haven. I don't know if it's a suburb of Gotham or a separate city entirely, but like I think it's a city, a suburb, or like a sister city of Gotham. So that's the only real reason why I think that's the case. Like, for some weird reason, he left, but he didn't go too far. Because you guys know, by the time the original Robin left Batman, the reason why he did that is because he hated the idea of, you know, being in Batman's shadow. Plus, there was a few things that Batman did that Robin did not agree with. He wanted to prove that he was his own hero, and that's why he started up the Titans. Mind you, he did it inadvertently in the beginning. And here's the thing, though: the temperaments and everything. It's a reminiscent of 2 Robins, not 1, 2. 2 Robins. The first one would have been Dick Grayson. He was the original Robin. The second one was the one with the anger management issues, which was, his name is Jason. He had a bit of a temper. No, not really. I never really watched that one either. I barely even watched the anime version, and honestly, there is an anime version. I never got to see that one because I might see it soon, but not right now. Like, for some weird reason, I saw like the first few episodes, and I'm like, meh. Didn't enjoy it, didn't hate it. It just felt a little lackluster. Like, they were trying to give ideas. Like, if you guys don't know, they have Suicide Squad Isekai anime on Hulu. If you guys ever watched that one, basically, you don't know what isekai is. Basically, it's the Suicide Squad gang going to another world, magical and everything. Whether or not, I don't really know if they gain anything from it, because like they're basically trying to figure out something. I don't remember exactly the actual plot 100%, but they were basically sent there to I think either stop an invasion or start one. I don't remember. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this video, and I will consider doing another one tonight. Probably there is a game I am going to play later tonight. It's going to be quite magical, if you pardon my pun. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, be safe, and I hope to see you guys hitting that like and subscribe buttons, because we're almost there. We're almost there towards the end of the year, and we're almost there to the goal of getting some merch going. Take care, guys. Love you all, and be careful on your way out of the Den of the Djinn.